Hi book besties and welcome to this new video. In this video I'm going to do another reading vlog, but it has something different than the other reading vlogs because normally I film my reading vlogs over a week time, but now it's currently Wednesday the 18th of December, so this video has to go online on Saturday, which means I have to stop reading on Friday. And I'm still at book 1. I started this book, maybe let's say which book I'm going to be reading in this reading vlog. I'm going to be reading 3 Christmas books. I don't know how I'm going to like this because last year I read a Christmas book and I didn't really like it. Actually, I did not even finish it. But because it was my birthday yesterday, I started reading My December Darling by Lauren Asher because Lauren Asher is one of my favorite authors ever. So I decided which better way to start this day than read some pages. I didn't get very far in yesterday morning, like at page 35 maybe, I don't know. And then I read some more yesterday evening and I stopped at page 102. So I have 130 pages to go and then I'm finished with book 1. I didn't film a lot yesterday because it was dark outside and then during the day I couldn't read, so I couldn't film. But anyways, this is going to be book 1 of this week. And since it's already Wednesday, which means this book has to be finished today before I go to work this afternoon. Then maybe if I have some time left before I have to go to work, or tonight when I get back from work, I can already start on book 2. I have to finish book 2 tomorrow, start book 3 and finish book 3 on Friday. On Friday, when I finish this book 3, I have to edit the video and upload it because on Saturday I have to leave and I'm not at home the whole day. So it's an entire planning. It's a fun challenge for me too because I still have to read 8 books in this year, which means I have 13 days left to read 8 books, which, let's be real, not really going to happen. So I have 3 days to read 3 books. And yeah, I don't know, I guess this is going to be a nightmare actually. Actually it is. Anyway, no time left to waste. So I'm just going to continue this and start reading as fast as I can and finish it as fast as I can, and then I'll update you guys and start book 2, which is still on my TBR card over there, and book 3 also is on my TBR card still over there. Hi, I just finished, where is it? My December Darling by Lauren Asher. And let me just say, this book is would be like the perfect Hallmark movie. The way it is written and the way it goes, like the story goes, reminds me so much of a Hallmark movie. The way it ends too, I don't know, it's just, I was reading it and I thought, oh my gosh, this is like a Hallmark movie, perfect. I am not sure how much stars I'm going to give it because I think I'm going to go with 4, even though it wasn't really that special, but I did still really like it, if that makes sense. Didn't really have much flaws that I can still think of and remember, so that also makes my score, like my rating, go up. So I'm just going to give it a 4 stars. Let me just quickly tell you about the story in case you don't know about this book. Catalina is a traveling nurse and she is back in Lake Wisteria for the marriage of the wedding of her sister and her ex-boyfriend. But the thing is, there is no drama, like no family drama, because her and her ex-boyfriend, what was his name? Aiden? Was it Aiden? Aiden, yeah. So her and Aiden went on a couple of dates and like didn't really get together, but everyone assumed, you know. But then they both realized at the same moment that they were better off as friends and that they were never really even together, if that makes sense. And Aiden realized he had feelings that were more than feelings that you have for a friend, about Catalina's sister, Gabriela. So there was no drama, it was a mutual breakup, and obviously Catalina saw the way that Aiden and Gabriela were looking at each other and she was like, okay, fine. So, you know, she's back in town for the wedding. Before I end up giving this whole backstory, she ends up back in town for the wedding. She works there for a month in the hospital where Luke works. Luke is also the best man at the wedding and the roommate of Aiden. Now, the story starts when like the vibe between Catalina and Luke isn't really the best, but then suddenly, boom, realization hits, and he is already feeling things for her. They see each other at work, like at the hospital, because the coffee sucks, and he buys an entire new coffee machine to put in the first floor break room. He asks her what her favorite flavor is. She answers hazelnut. What does he do? He buys the coffee machine and he buys hazelnut pots, like to go into the coffee machine. And this entire book is filled with so many cute moments. Like, she buys him for Christmas. They were talking about a Lego set and he ended up buying the Lego set. And then there's this whole scheme to make her go over to his apartment and to make her build the Lego set with him. So they do that and they like bond over this Lego. And then they end up meeting up for Christmas because he doesn't have a really good bond with his parents and would like spend Christmas alone, but she doesn't agree and she invites him to go over to her family. And she gives him this keychain with a Lego man on it with a white coat like that doctors wear. And he immediately puts it on his keys. Which, oh my god, the book is so cute. I'm obsessed. So yeah, 4 stars. It also has a lot of like text messages. It reads really fast. It is a quick, simple Christmas novella, but it still is like a full book, a full story, if that makes sense, which is amazing. Lauren Asher did an amazing job once again. Also, this cover is amazing. Look at the cover. It's amazing. Next, for the next books, I have two different options. I have Only for Christmas by Tracy Corbett. I bought it last year but didn't read it, so you know. And it's a fake dating, for what I know. She allows her hot new doctor neighbor, again doctor, oh my gosh, to step in and pretend to be my boyfriend. There are no right answers. But option 3 is happening and I'm fake dating Lucas. Are you kidding me? This guy was named Luke, but Catalina named him Lucas. And this is Lucas. Just to survive my work Christmas party. A fun and romantic festive romp. It only has 295 pages, so again it's a short one, which makes it easier for me. And then I have, oh my gosh, why is it so damaged? Perfect. Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey. I think this is like a classic. 351 pages, so that's just 60 pages more. Melody Geller may be the daughter of music royalty, but her world is far from glamour. She spends her days restoring old books and avoiding the limelight, but when a producer offers her a lot of money to reunite her mother's band on live TV, Mel begins to wonder if it's time to rattle the cage, shake up her quiet life, and see him again. Pete Dawkins, the lead singer's son. The camera loves him, he could charm a band of anyone, and his mom is not a potential cult leader. Still, they might have been best friends, if not for the legendary feud that broke up the band. Together they embark on a madcap mission to convince their parents to do one last show where they feel an old dormant spark reignite with wild intensity. But Christmas Eve is fast approaching and the decades old scandal is poised to wreck everything, including their newfound love. I think I'm going to start with this one because it is a different story than My December Darling. And then I can finish the week with this book. Which reminds me more of My December Darling. So I think it's good if I like break it with this book and start Wreck the Halls. And then once I'm finished with that one, start Only for Christmas. I don't know how late it is right now. So I have 20 more minutes before I have to go to work. So maybe I'll get started. I don't think I'm going to annotate these books. But I did annotate My December Darling. But I don't think I'm going to annotate these because, I don't know. I feel like every Christmas book is kind of the same. But yeah, I'm just going to start and we'll see how it goes. Hi. If you see the mess on my bed, don't mind that. I'm wrapping gifts. But I wanted to do a quick update because I finished Wreck the Halls yesterday evening and I didn't have the time to update you. And since it was already dark outside, I figured I would just wait until this morning. So here I am, giving you a quick update. So this story is about two main characters, Beat and Melody. Melody is the daughter of a music royalty. And her mother was in a band, a famous band, blah 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 blah. And Beats is the lead singer's son, and he is being blackmailed, and after years and years of being asked to do interviews and documentaries, they always said no, but suddenly Beats said yes if Melody says yes too. But they haven't seen each other in 16 years. The book starts with a prologue where they meet when they're 16 on a set of something, and they have this connection with each other because they know how it's like to be in that position of being the child of this famous person. So they have this mutual connection and they instantly hit it off, but they don't see each other until they're 30 again. So Beat is being blackmailed, and he gets an email from a producer asking to do a reunion of the bands on Christmas Eve in exchange for $1 million if the reunion succeeds. Like if they can manage to make the band reunite even though there's a lot of drama and they split up and are not on good terms. And he says, yeah, I will, only if Melody agrees to this. Because he got her back and told everyone that it's not fair that he is being treated differently by the paparazzi and being by the newspapers than she is, because she was being harassed and stuff. I don't know if harassed is a good word. But then they meet up at the office of that producer and they agree to do it. They have this plan and they are on this adventure to reunite their mother's band. So yeah, I'll keep it at that. But the thing is, it is set during December. So I'm pretty much sure that is the only thing Christmas related to it, because there is nothing else Christmassy about this book. It was a fine book whatsoever. I gave it 3 stars. I was considering 2 stars, but then I did really enjoy it. Like, I did enjoy it and I could read it. It was fine. It had flaws. I didn't love it, but I still enjoyed. So 3 stars for this book. And yeah, I'm happy that I finally got that off my TBR card, because it has been sitting there for over a year. So, you know. Do you have something else to say? It did also sometimes have like cringy moments because they have this instant connection. They are like this trusted with each other, if that makes sense. And I did cringe at some moments, but it still kept me going and it reads very fast in my eyes. I have seen a lot of mixed opinions about this because I have seen a lot of people on Goodreads that DNF this book. But I'm not really a fan of DNFing books, so I just wanted to keep going and finish the book. And I ended up giving it 3 stars, which is fine. But yeah, anyways, I am going to probably not read today because I have work this evening and I have other things to do for tomorrow that I have to do today. But yeah, anyways, this was the update about Rag the Halls, and I'm going to start, let me wrap the book. I'm going to start Only for Christmas by Tracy Corbett. I don't know when I will start it. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. I don't know. Because I decided that this video is going up on Sunday or Monday. So the initial idea of this video, gone again. But yeah. I think this is a fake dating. And it's 300 pages, I think. Not even 295. So I think it's going to be a 1-day read. If I can start this on Sunday, I can end it on Sunday. But I'll probably maybe start it tomorrow evening when I'm home again. I don't know. I don't know how the situation is gonna go. But yeah, we're going to start. What is this? We're going to start with this one next. Okay, bye. Okay, hi. I wanted to do a quick update because I just finished Only for Christmas by Tracy Corbett. I read it today in one sitting. And honestly, I'm not really sure what to rate this book. I kind of want to give it 3 stars, but on the other hand, I also want to give it 4 stars. So I think I'm going to give it 4 stars for now, simply because I did enjoy it more than Wreck the Halls. And I don't really know what to say about this book. Simply then it would be such a typical Hallmark Christmas movie again. I think I've already said it about My December Darling, that it would be a perfect Hallmark movie, but this one probably would be even a better one, because the story starts with Sarah. Sarah has this new boss at work, the new medical director, because she is head of human resources, I think. Head of human resources. And there's this new medical director at the hospital she works at, and it's this sexist man, and he continues to ask her on lunch dates, which she obviously refuses. Then he makes up meetings to talk to her outside of work, but still can use work as an excuse to talk to her, even though there isn't really anything to talk about. He stalks her and goes to her apartment and stuff. And one day they are having drinks with the whole work team, including Lucas. Lucas is a doctor who is working at that hospital where Sarah works for a month to replace someone on maternity leave. And he sees that she isn't comfortable while she's talking to that medical director, and so he steps in and pretends to be her boyfriend. And then the more time passes, the more they decide to be fake dating. There's a whole drama with that medical director, but everything ends great. There is a backstory because Sarah has been left at the altar 5 years ago. Her husband, her at that time boyfriend, didn't show up at the altar, and she hasn't trusted and hadn't gone on a date since then, 5 years ago, until Lucas. So she is a bit, how do I say this, cautious, and doesn't want to let her feelings win, like her feelings towards him win. But then at the end, it's a happily ever after, which makes me say it would be this perfect Christmas Hallmark movie, if that makes sense. Because obviously fake dating, there's this bad guy in the story too, which would make the movie more interesting. And obviously, Lucas, he is a male main character from my dreams. He is amazing. He is so lovable. He is acts of service, but also words of affirmation. I'm not really sure. Definitely acts of service. Yeah. So I think I'm going to give it 4 stars for now. Maybe I'll change it later, but for now I'm going to set it at 4 stars. And that means that by now, December 22 marks the end of this week reading vlog. It started with My December Darling on Tuesday and Wednesday. I gave it 4 stars. Then I read Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey, and I read it Wednesday and Thursday? Is that right? I don't know. And then on Friday and Saturday I didn't read, and then today I read this one. So yeah, that marks the end of this week reading vlog, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider subscribing. It's completely free, it would help my channel a lot, and yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you have read any of these books and what you want to see on this channel, because I'm down for whatever. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. But for now, I'm going to start a reread of a book that I'm just currently in the mood to reread, and it's Powerless by Elsie Silver. I need a... yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, anyways, I hope to see you guys next week. And yeah, have a great week. See you next week. Bye.